What's going on, guys? Hope you're well wherever you are, whatever the time. And it is show day number 4, the Ukdfba finals, where me and Bryony have travelled to Leicester to the Athena Arena. I'm excited. We've literally been staying with Loz and AJ from the Saturday night. It's Sunday morning. I checked in with AJ this morning in person as well, which has just provided so much more value. Helps me a lot with my posing and just making tweaks to accentuate the strengths and hide the weaknesses. It's a little bit tricky because today I'm obviously again going to end up being on quite late, so it's about trying to maintain the fullness that we've accumulated over this peak week whilst also still holding on to the condition that I have, the new condition that I found. There's been a slight tweak, like I'm probably going to have less food today and also less water because again, don't want to be sweating on stage. Want to make sure that everything looks dry and crisp on stage. It's not me saying that I'm going to cut water out completely, but just a little bit less than what I've typically been having. Let's head inside, get that first meal down, and let's start the show day, baby. This is the flat that we're staying in. This is actually where AJ and Loz have spent, I think, like the last couple of Ukdfba finals. It's like a team MBM hub where he brings his clients in to check in with him in person, like a day or two before the show, and obviously on show day as well. It's very nice, a lot of space. Me and Bryony have our own room. Today's going to be a little bit more relaxing as well than the other show days because I'm pretty much going to wait here. I'm going to register, but then wait here for most of the day, have my feet up, chill, eat, and that's pretty much it. Okay, first meal about to go down, which is 75 grams of cream of rice, 20 grams of dark chocolate, and 40 grams of whey protein. A little bit less than what I've been having during the carb up process. Still a good amount of food. Like today, you still want to eat food. If I didn't really eat until I competed, I'd just flatten off and I'll just end up looking very shit. Looks pretty good. Cinnamon on the top, and I've also got on here about 1.5 grams of salt. That's going to remain exactly the same. And we don't want to play around too much with sodium because that can also spoil the look.
We're just waiting for Elliot to finish his food so then I can go get my food because I'm hungry. We've still got how long until? My lips are so dry. I forgot the Vaseline and I don't go anywhere without Vaseline. There's always Vaseline on my lips. I just can't stop licking them because they feel so dry. That's it. They look good though. Bye.
I mean, is it really a show day if you don't forget something or you lose something? During these shows, I've lost one of Bryony's resistance bands. I've lost a phone charger. We need to go to the shops after I've registered at 9 AM. Also, it's the last show day. How are you feeling about that?
Oreo bars in my bag.
Yeah, we got some Oreo protein bars to try once the show's over.
Cookies as well.
They're in the bag.
I'm excited. It's the last one. Oh. That thick duvet.
Go on, say it again. I was saying to Bryony, the tanning process, this whole pampering process when it comes to bodybuilding is the worst. It's the worst part of the whole thing. The training is great up to a point until you start feeling like you're made out of paper mache. The posing is fine. It's the tanning, the maintenance, the shaving. If I had a full body of hair, I wouldn't compete. You heard it here first. Like some of these guys that are like, they're almost like bears. I wouldn't compete.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of hair.
I don't have a lot of hair and it's still long.
It's disgusting.
Apparently I smell horrible last night. I'm not surprised. You guys that are doing that every week for fun, enjoyment, just to go to your local club are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's what girls do.
Anyway, so we have our number. We're back at the flat. We are against 5 other people. Yep, here we go. Open men's bodybuilding tool. There you go. It's going to be a good one. And now we're just chilling at the flat really for the rest of the day until I need to head backstage. Alright, about to have meal number 2. Me and Bryony have been chilling. We're watching Kong versus Godzilla, which is a terrible movie. And also, I'm concerned about Bryony's obsession with big animals. She's going red when King Kong goes on the screen. Like, she's going legitimately red as if she's like smitten over a monkey. Meal 2 is gonna be just potatoes and some chicken. Let me show you actually. So we got 300 grams of cooked weight potato and this is 50 grams raw weight chicken. So it doesn't give you a lot of chicken. It's literally that. So I'm gonna also put about a gram of salt on this meal as well. We're gonna have 2 more meals before I step on stage. So yeah, I'm gonna get this down and finish watching this movie, and then we're actually gonna put something good on. An hour before I eat my next meal, which will be meal number 3. Just chilling, woke up from a short nap. Posed for AJ as well, and we're happy with the look. Plan is to continue as normal, watching Tom Segura, who's, if you don't like Tom Segura. Hi guys, firstly I'm going to apologise because I basically done a little talk on the sofa watching Tom Segura, had another couple of meals, and then I was just on stage and I didn't really record anything between then. So what I'm going to do is a little voiceover on what kind of happened and how it all went down on show day, and just talk you through the whole process. So you can see here, this was kind of the first, we're basically in number order here. So there's a dude from Austria there, I don't know who that other guy is, and then obviously Rich, who won the show, is next to me, and I think straight out the gate is pretty evident that he's just carrying so much more size, especially through the legs, and also his conditioning is amazing. So conditioning, what I mean by that is how lean he is. So not only is he big, but he's also rock hard in terms of condition. He's not got any body fat you can see. I'm keeping up a little bit with him through the upper body for sure, but the lower body, he's just got so much more density. So the first thing that we go through is the quarter turns, which again seem okay for myself, but in terms of symmetry, balance of the physique, he's just got so much more. His quads are so sweepy and wide, and like even on this pose, like upper body wise great, lower body just doesn't match. So once you've gone through those symmetry rounds, you then go into the muscularity rounds, which are these ones. So you've got your 8 poses. At this point, they hadn't actually done the first call out, so we're still just kind of going through the rounds. They've got another set of guys to see after us here. So yeah, and then I think I'm basically just showing you all the poses here. So this is from the back. Again, you can see he's just thicker through the legs, more conditioned through the back as well. Yeah, he looks great. He looks really, really good, and he deserved the win. And I think now we are going to move on to... We're going to move on? No? Okay, we got side tricep, and AJ actually made a tweak to these 2 poses, side chest and side tricep, just to help show off a little bit more hamstring. And I do think it helped massively. It dramatically changed my side poses and made me look a little bit more balanced from the side. But obviously it still just wasn't strong enough. And Richard as well just exposed my weak points. So this is the first call out. So Rich was center. They put me and him next to each other, and then throughout this process they were kind of moving a few guys around us. I think first and second really at this point had been decided. And then it's just a case of thinking, okay, who's going to be third, who's fourth, who's fifth, etc. But it was a good lineup. It was a very strong lineup. Rich was great, I think, just a level above everyone, and I think that's what gave him the victory. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this first call out. I'm going to put some music over it so it doesn't get copyrighted, all that good stuff. And then you'll see me for my post-show wrap-up. Well, basically like a little bit of a post-season wrap-up. So yeah, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in a bit.
Not too much. That's it, Hammy.
Relax. Let's finish it off with your most muscular. Watch yourself. Can you go back in line, please? 148. Can you go back in line, please?
Come on, Elliot.
And in 5th place, we have 146, Andy Smart. 4th place, number 150, James Bennett. 3rd place, Loic. Runner up today, Elliot Gibson.
Come on, yeah.
This is one man standing.
There it is. So the final Final trophy of 2023. UKDFBA tall second place. Not bad. The plan of action is to now go into an off season. This year I didn't attain my goal of getting pro status in natural bodybuilding, whether that be with the PMBA or the DFAC, and that's a goal of mine. And I think for me to reach that goal, I'm going to just have to make improvements to my physique. We all know what they are. I'm going to have to fill out my frame. I've got such long limbs, and the guy that I lost to on Sunday, he just exposed that. Shorter limbed, great conditioning, tons of muscle. So I need to work on those areas. Me prolonging the season is just taking away from time where I can be improving. And when I do come back, it gives me just a much greater chance to be able to obtain that pro card. And you obviously need to obtain that pro physique first. I want to have a pro worthy physique so I can step on stage, and on any given day I could take a pro card. We are one day post show. I'm actually going to do a more detailed video on how to handle post show. I feel like obviously it's a thing that happens frequently. A lot of bodybuilders struggle with this phase. It's quite a tough phase to manage. Like, you've been pretty restrictive in terms of your life, food, etc., and the shackles have been removed, so the ability for you to go mad with food is there. And obviously it leads to these binging behaviors from people, etc., and that's a very quick way to spoil your off season and to make you feel very shit, and it could also be dangerous. But like I said, I'm going to go into another video just giving a little bit more detail on that. Last night I had a pizza and a couple of cookies, and I woke up 1.5 kilos heavier. That is literally just going to be water retention. So how do we combat that? Well, I'm going to be having a lot more water today. I'm going to have about 7 liters of water today, and I'm going to walk about 12,000 steps. I'm also training, and I'm going a lot lower on the food today. So I'm just sticking to pretty much regular meals, but I'm going to be having under 300 grams of carbs, around 290 grams of protein, excuse me, 290 grams of protein, and around 65 grams of fat. And I've picked a few different foods from my diet, foods that are going to be pretty high in volume, things that are going to fill me up. But this kind of strategy today should help kind of drop off some of the water. Again, like me gaining 1.5 kilos overnight when I weigh 95.5 kilos isn't anything dramatic, but I would rather not carry that. I'm going to get rid of some of that water. It's likely that my body weight will drop tomorrow, and then really throughout the week I'm going to be returning back to my normal diet with just elevated calories, and that will likely include maybe I'll have like a snack here and there, but again, like, none of these periods of time where I'm spending time mindlessly eating. That is a very dangerous place to be when you're post show. I'll likely go out for a meal on the weekend. On Thursday I'm going to check in with AJ. We had a call today to discuss kind of the plans moving forward and the off season and whatnot, but I'll check in with him on Thursday, and he'll just see obviously what my body weight's been doing across the last 4 days. He sent across a meal guide for me. There are a few things that I'm going to change in terms of food, because there are some foods that I want to bring back into my diet, like fish. So I want to bring salmon back into my diet. My training day calories to start out from for tomorrow are going to be around 3.5k, and then my rest day calories around 3,000. So a little bit of a bump up in terms of the food that I was eating, obviously to get leaner, but it shouldn't drastically increase body weight, and it should help me actually get through sessions in the gym and actually enjoy them. And then on Thursday, once we check in, I'll just be giving him some ideas in terms of how I want to structure training, because I do want to introduce some sort of barbell squat, so either with a safety bar or a straight bar, and also some deadlifts as well, and just building a little bit of a new plan. I can obviously start logbooking again, setting some new numbers. That will likely start from next week. Training for the rest of this week is going to be just following the plan that I've been doing in terms of training, but not looking to set any crazy numbers. Just go in the gym, enjoy myself, and get food moving around the body, utilize the food that I'm eating, get some calorie burn in the gym, and that's basically it. Yeah, I think the main thing with post show, as I said, I don't want to get into too much detail, but it's just don't be silly, and also realize that hunger will subside. And I think if your goal is to be a professional athlete, you want to treat every phase as if you're just that a professional, not just prep. If you're a bodybuilder, bodybuilding's year round. This is not a part-time thing. I don't think it should be if you want to be a professional. So yeah, anyway guys, I really appreciate you watching and following along for Why Not Me Season 2. We have a lot more videos and a lot more content coming. It doesn't stop here. 2 videos a week, every Tuesday and every Saturday. Make sure you subscribe, because there's a lot of you that are watching these videos. You're clicking the link, you're watching it, and you're not subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time.